Hello everybody, welcome to Forever Red. This is a mod of Celeste, and I haven't even played Celeste on the channel yet. I do plan on playing both Celeste and Celeste 2, but I haven't played Celeste on the channel yet. Why am I playing Forever Red? Um, and the answer is simply because this game came recommended to me. So I decided, you know what? It's an easy video, right? Let's play Forever Red and get that out of the way. The original Celeste is only like maybe 5 minutes long on a first playthrough. I've heard that this game is um a bit longer than Celeste, but I don't know how much longer. I'm hoping it's not too much longer because well, actually, no. Maybe I do want it to be longer. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that too much, but maybe I don't mind if it's longer. I mean, I've certainly got time to record a longer video, so why not? But it is a Pico 8 game, so I'm expecting sort of Pico 8 length, which is usually just a few minutes. Although there are some long Pico 8 games out there. I'm kind of waiting a while before playing any of these. And let's see if we can get this key here. Okay, how do I... Yeah, I guess I just don't do the second wall jump, right? Perfect. And it seems like we're collecting radishes instead of strawberries. I don't know. Perfect. But yeah, there's a lot of Celeste mods out there, and there's a lot of really good Celeste mods, and I don't know how many of them I want to play, because I could easily make a good few weeks or even a month out of Celeste Classic mods. There's a lot of them out there, and a lot of them are distinct enough, like Forever Red. This is obviously a distinct enough game to be a different game from Celeste, and I don't think anyone would argue against that. Some of them kind of toe the line, and some of them are blatantly just kind of mods. Some of them are not really distinct enough to be considered separate games. Stuff like Old S, anything that basically is the same levels or same like everything as Celeste, but there's a gimmick. Those kinds of games I would not consider distinct enough to be different games for the sake of gold. A lot of those mods are still really fun though. There's a lot of like twists on the original Celeste that I definitely think are worth playing. And remember, you don't need to own Pico 8. This is the fantastic part about Pico 8. You don't need to own Pico 8 to play Pico 8. You can go to Lexaloffle.com, and people upload their games there, and you can just play them in browser. You can oftentimes they'll have downloads for them as well. You don't need to have Pico 8 to play Pico 8, and I think if you're a fan of Big Celeste, of the sequel, kind of whatever you would call it, I guess, and you want to explore, maybe more of its origins in Celeste Classic, which I don't like to call it Celeste Classic because, it came first. So I kind of feel like, Celeste is Celeste and then Big Celeste is like something else. But I've never really come up with a good thing to call Big Celeste, so I just call it Big Celeste when I'm talking in the context of Celeste Classic being the actual Celeste. But I'm not pretentious enough to put up a fuss about it. We can call it, this memorial to those who skipped the gem. This is something in the original Celeste Classic, where you can actually beat the game without getting the double jump. Or not the double jump, the second dash, the gem. People often do that, and I guess that's a reference to that and how this hack is about to get a lot harder for people who did skip it. Or maybe it's impossible to beat it without... I feel like it's definitely not possible to beat this. Yeah, I mean, Celeste players will impress me, but I feel like, yeah, you can't beat this without both dashes, right? I don't know. But yeah, this is cool. In the original Celeste, there's no screen scrolling like this. This mod has implemented screen scrolling, which is pretty cool. The guy who gave me this recommendation, his name's Meryl. Shout out to Meryl, cool speedrunner. Did the task for Cyclo 8, which is a game that I've already played on this channel. He said this was the biggest single cart Pico 8 game that he's ever played. And that's... I mean, I don't know how many Pico 8 games he's played, so maybe that's not saying much. Maybe that's not saying much. But it feels like it's saying a lot, even if you've not played a lot of Pico 8 games, that a Celeste mod is the biggest Pico 8 game you've ever played. Because, you know, I've played stuff like De Facto, which, you know, if you're speedrunning, you can do it in under 10 minutes. Shout out to Musan. Literally, she made the game and then destroyed all of us in the speedrun. My first speedrun time was like 40 minutes. I think someone else got like a 20-minute time. And then Musan was just like, yeah, I beat it in 9 minutes. It's like, okay. Developer buff, I guess. And De Facto is a game I'll play on this channel. I think De Facto is really fun. But yeah, I feel like there's so many games that are like a little over 10 minutes that a Celeste mod, which are traditionally like 5 minutes long on a first playthrough and a lot shorter once you start speedrunning them. Forever Red being apparently one of the longest he's played. I feel like that does say something about the size of this game, so I'm pretty excited for it. And these levels are a lot harder than anything in normal Celeste. Let me try and focus here. Okay, you can do all of that without dashing, actually, so... Yeah, I don't know how to get up there with only one dash, but I clearly need a dash at the end to beat it, right? Okay, there we go. I just needed a big wall jump and clips. I feel like the faster route is probably up here somehow. Maybe with like a clip. Oh my god! I did a thing! See that crazy skip I did there? I like jumped off of the side of the wall. That's awesome! I don't know how fast it is, but that was so cool. Oh my god. So yeah, oh my god. There's a lot of cool stuff in Celeste Classic, like spike clips, which I don't fully understand, but it has something to do with something. And what I did there was just a wall jump actually, but it looked cool, and it made me feel like I'm awesome at this game. I feel like if you've only played the Pico 8 version inside of the bigger version, then I might be impressing you with my gameplay. And if you actually speedrun the Pico 8 version, then I'm not impressing you at all, but you know, this video is only kind of for you. I was gonna say this video is not for people who speedrun the original Celeste, but it kind of is, in the way that Meryl speedruns the game, and he recommended me the game, so it's actually, the video is kind of for him. But it's also for me, because this is a really cool mod. I'm having a lot of fun with this. And I'm dead. You see, I got my dash back when I went up through the platform. That's something that happens in the original Celeste with the clouds sometimes, and I have absolutely no idea what causes it. But you can restore your dash on clouds sometimes without actually landing on them. I guess you can do this without getting that balloon, but I feel like it's hard. I feel like it's hard to get that balloon, right? Oh, we're not back. I thought I was so back, but I'm not back. I think I need to do some... Oh, it's not hard to get the balloon. You have to diagonal dash. Yeah, I feel like I need to do some Dust Force inspired wall jumps here. If you've seen the Dust Force video, you might remember the part where there's some wall jumps like that. I've played another Celeste mod that also had similar jumps to that, and I feel like it's not a coincidence. I feel like maybe some of the Celeste mods got them from each other, but that jump to me just screams Dust Force. That I'm gonna say it. Oh, are we getting another dash? Are we getting another dash? Are we triple dashing, everybody? I am triple dashing. Oh my god, that's so cool. And this is like the climb from 7A. This is so cool. What? But I just realized, right? Taking like specific jumps from other platformers, but they're platformers that have different controls entirely. So the jumps like kind of manifest in different ways, like oh, this looks way harder, I'm not going that way. Like that jump that I was describing there, that I think is like from Dust Force, it's way harder in Dust Force than in this game. And that makes sense because in Dust Force you kind of have to wall run up the side of it when you're doing the wall jump, and it's just like a little bit more difficult. And I think there's something really cool about that, just like porting jumps, got a checkpoint, porting jumps from other platformers is kind of cool because they play differently, right? It's not even like, it's just a consequence of them being different engines, is those jumps play differently, and I think that's actually pretty cool. I want to see more of that. I want to see like, I want to see that jump in Mario Maker, right? That's kind of where I'm going with this, is I think that would be a cool jump to put in a Mario Maker level. I don't know how you would do that. I'm trying to picture it. I don't know what that would look like, but I don't know. We'll do the Mario Maker video at some point, and maybe I'll maybe I'll try and recreate that jump. Because despite how frustrating it is in what's it called? In despite how frustrating it is in Dust Force, I think that's one of my favorite jumps in the whole game. It's just hard. Wall jump, up, up. Nope. Or maybe you can do it like that, but I feel like I definitely want to keep the dash, yeah. I don't know if those letters are spelling anything. I haven't been paying enough attention. Maybe go back in the video and try to see if they're spelling anything, but each of the checkpoints has like a letter, and I don't know if it's spelling something. Right, this way. BA. So it's BA, but, you know, I haven't started from the beginning because I haven't remembered. Oh, wait, does that let me look at the screen? Oh, that's so cool that they put that in. Okay, so I want to go up, dash, I want to land on those, and then dash through there, get that, dash, wall jump, dash, get that. Okay, I think you can skip the second gem. Just looking at that, I think you can do this with only 2 dashes. Possibly with only 1, but probably with only 2 dashes. So yeah, knowing that there's 2 gems in this, I don't think you can skip both, but I think you can definitely skip, I definitely think you can skip the second one, and I've gone the wrong way. Absolutely gone the wrong way there. I forgot that there was a spring. Because I did not spend a lot of time. planning this out. Which, you know, it's useful that Celeste and this game, Forever Out, it's useful that they let you preview the really long screens, but how many people actually use those? I know that I just kind of trial and errored the ending to Farewell. I didn't really use the binoculars, and I found it pretty fun. Man, this is tough. And there's bikes there as well, so there's actually like no safety. You can't like overshoot the... Okay, we got that. And I fell. Quite egotistically, I feel like once I get past this part with the spikes again, because I know what to do this time, it's all just gonna work out. And it did! I was right. Okay, 9. And the air's pushing up this time, so we've got like extra big jumps, which is pretty cool. 8. Oh my god. We're getting to the end of this this game, I feel like. And yeah, it is a lot bigger than Big Celeste. I'm dead. Or not bigger than Big Celeste, bigger than Celeste Classic. Now I'm calling both games both things. I'm calling both games Celeste, and I'm also calling both games Big Celeste, apparently. Which is not helpful for clarity purposes. What I was saying earlier is that I'm not pretentious enough to put up a fight about, you know, Pico 8 Celeste. Oh, this is bonus content. I didn't even want to do that. Yeah, I'm not pretentious enough to put up a fight about Pico 8 Celeste being the Celeste, and that any other thing should be called, you know, Celeste. You know, Big Celeste instead of just calling it Celeste. I'm not pretentious about it. I just feel like, you know, the game's Celeste, and as a Pico 8 enthusiast, 99% of the time, when I call it Celeste, people know that I'm talking about Celeste Classic, because everyone I know plays Pico 8 games. That's not entirely true, but it is more true than the average person. Also, one thing I'm really excited about that I hope by the end of the year I have some games to show you. And I will. There will be games. In fact, there's probably games now, but I'm hoping for really good games. Because from the devs of Pico 8 is Picotron. Because, you know, Pico 8 is this fantasy console thing. They've made this kind of fantasy desktop, which you can write programs for, and it has infinite space. Unlike Pico 8, not limited on how long your files can be, how long the programs can be, which means you can write much bigger games. And the API for Picotron is actually very similar to the API for Pico 8, and you can basically port games from Pico 8 to Picotron very easily. And this is really exciting for a few reasons. You know, if we get a port of Pcraft going, of Stranded Isle, then the modding potential just goes through the roof, right? Like, that's the most exciting part for me as a Pico 8 enthusiast. But also really excited to see all of the new games that people come up with, you know, not just mods of old stuff that can now be made even better. I'm sure there will be plenty of new games to try on Picotron, but yeah, it's in a very sort of early stage now. It just came out in March. It just came out, and of course immediately I bought it because I'm sure I'll spend a lot of time on it in the future. Right now I'm a bit too busy with uni stuff to really take a deep dive into Picotron and maybe writing some programs for it, but that is something that I want to do once I'm more available. And I'm realizing now that the checkpoints weren't spelling anything. They were just going down in alphabetical order. So it was like EDCBA or something like that. It was just going down in alphabetical order. And now that I've realized that, I feel a bit silly. And how do I do this? How do I do it like that? Okay. Okay. That's actually difficult. Like, the other screen was hard, but I feel like anything that requires me to diagonally dash towards spikes is automatically, like, a step above. Because that's just scary. It's actually quite safe, because if you're moving away from spikes, you cannot take damage from them. Even if it looks like you touched them, if you're moving the opposite direction that the spikes are facing, then you're good. But, yeah, still kind of intimidating. Little jump. Where am I going? Ah, I was so close! I was so close there. I could see the next checkpoint. Wow. Oh, I managed to get a spike jump there. Not sure what I did to earn that, but... Absolutely nothing. The answer is absolutely nothing. I did not earn it, I just got lucky. And it didn't really even help me because I jumped into another set of spikes. I don't know what that penguin is. I feel like I did see it in another Celeste ROM hack. That penguin that's hidden in like the top right there. I feel like I have seen him before. I don't really know what he is. I mean, he's just a guy, I guess. Just a silly little guy doing his silly little penguin things. I kind of feel like that's the thing with penguins, is they're just silly little guys, right? I mean, that's what makes sense for penguins. They're kind of like... Okay, I'm not a penguin hater, before I say this. I'm not a penguin hater, but they're kind of like bad at being birds, right? Like, they can't fly, which, you know, not all birds can fly. Some birds are just flightless, and that's fine. But, in addition to that, like, you know, they swim. They swim. That's what fish do. And, you know, swimming doesn't make you a fish, because I can swim. But a bird that doesn't fly and is excellent at swimming, because penguins are really good at swimming. They can swim really quickly. They swim to hunt for, like, food. I feel like that's not really what a bird should be doing, right? Maybe I'm being stupid, but I feel like I might be onto something. This is just tough. This is tough, but I got it. Can I make it? No, I can't. Yes! 3 more checkpoints to go, everybody. And once again, I refuse to look at the rest of the screen. I'm just gonna trial and error this. Because I'll be honest, I'm probably not even that good at planning, right? I'm probably not that good at planning ahead that I'll even come up with the right thing. So why not just go for it? Oh, okay. That was closer than last time. I gotta go like... There's a balloon there, so I can waste all of my dashes on the way to get there. Yeah, I think I need to go up, and then just full right on that bit. Up, full right Oh my god, I'm almost at the end of this screen. That was way easier than the last screen. Are you kidding? Well, they just had to throw an easy one in there, I guess. That was way easier than 4. I can already tell this one's gonna be pretty tricky. Or maybe not that bad. If the last screen is like Seaside level, then I'm just not gonna finish it. I already feel like this is like B-side level in Big Celeste. If you play Big Celeste, you know what B and C sides are. If you haven't, I'll just explain. B-sides are like remixes of the original stages, which are called A-sides. But they're only called A-sides in the context of B-sides. I feel like no one calls them A-sides, you know, outside of that. But yeah, A-sides, they're like, the main levels, and then they have remixes called B-sides, which are harder. And then C-sides are not really remixes, because they're only 3 screens, but each one is like really hard, and the last screen is usually really long. So that's what I'm talking about when I say like this is already like B-side difficulty. It just like more difficult than 7A. I would say basically every B-side is kind of that difficult. And 7A is the A-side of chapters. I guess if you haven't played Celeste enough to know what B-sides are, you're not going to know how difficult 7A is. So, you know what, I retract my statement. I just hope the last screen isn't that hard, because this is already tough. It doesn't help that my hands are cold. No Johns, but my hands are cold. You know, it's a common affliction in Scotland in particular. Okay. I'm back. Can I cancel a dash at any point with another dash? No, there's a certain distance you have to pass before you can do a second dash. Because I feel like what I want to do is do like a diagonal up dash into this, and then, yeah, like something like that, but I feel like that's not reliable, and I'm very likely to go too far by doing that. And overshooting instantly kills you on this screen on account of the spikes everywhere. But it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Please, no! I was so close! I got way further than I've ever been before. Well, I mean, at least I know I can get that far, right? Like, it won't probably, hopefully, it won't be that long before we get back there. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should give this mod a quick review while I'm waiting on this screen. This game's really cool, and definitely probably the best Celeste mod I've played. I haven't played any big Celeste mods, I've only played Celeste Classic mods. Mainly because it's so much easier with Celeste Classic, just because they're all on Pico 8. Like, I don't need to, you know, have a mod loader or anything. I think there is one. Like, I think there's a cartridge that sends you to all the other, like, big Celeste mods. So it's just like a menu for picking your Celeste mod, which is pretty cool, but I don't need that. I just search them up and play them that way. One of the really cool features of Pico 8 that means you can just do endless gaming is something called Splore, which is used for searching up cartridge. No, I was so close! Which is for searching up cartridges in Pico 8 so that you can play them without having to like go and download them. You can just do it in the application, which I make heavy use of. Let's fucking go. Okay. Whew. One more checkpoint. This is it, everybody. And this is straight from 7A. Am I just playing 7A right now? How do I do that? Oh, that gives me my dash back. I probably could have made it that time, man. But whatever, we'll do it. We'll do it here. But that is straight from 7A. That bit. Okay, I panicked. But this jump here, that's one I remember distinctly from the summit climb in the Big Celeste. I like how it's pink. Very, very good color. Very aesthetic color. Wall jump, keep the dash, get this thing, and then I need to go through there. I think what I'm going to do is wall jump on the right side after getting the gem boost there. Which is a mechanic inspired by Badalin from the first Celeste. The first Celeste! Okay, now I'm all over the place with this naming convention. The Big Celeste has Madeline, not the first Celeste. No, the first Celeste has Madeline. Okay, I'm getting all sorts of confused now. I should just play the game and not worry. Oh, I didn't do the wall jump that I spoke of. I actually didn't do it there. Perfect. Is that it? No way, okay. Well, there's more. Clearly there's more. Oh wow, how much higher do I need to go? When does this game end? The timer's still running, so that's definitely not, like, this isn't bonus content. The game just doesn't end there. Have I really been recording for 30 minutes? This is a Pico 8 game. Okay, maybe it is like one of the big... This is a single cartridge? I'm very impressed by this game from a technical standpoint. It's impressive, but it's really fun. It's really fun. I like the level designs a lot. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. Because, you know, Celeste, you at most have 2 dashes, so playing one where you get to have 3 is pretty fun. And also just the level designs are really good. This is so frustrating. Like, not in a bad way, but it's just like, I can't get past this part consistently, because the thing is... Okay, hold on. When was that gonna respawn? It must eventually respawn, but... Oh, I did it! I beat the game. Let's go. Okay, that was awesome. That was a really cool game. What I was going to say is, I find cycles quite frustrating because I just want to go, but sometimes you have to wait for a cycle. But yeah, wow, awesome game. That was so cool. Thank you for watching, everyone. That was Forever Red, and possibly one of the coolest games I've played on this channel. Possibly. I had a lot of fun with that one. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you all in the next video, which will not be Celeste.